We have a lot of things to talk about. But we want to really jump and get into the mindset and the attitude behind being a business owner, which I believe is the most important. The details don't matter as much as the mindset and the attitude. That's good. I tried that one the other day.
Mindset and attitude to being a business owner?
Alright, so I want to ask you guys a question, because a lot of times Brad Duncan teaches this, Worldwide Dream Builders teaches, we teach this, but right now it's not going to be a matter of what we teach or what we don't teach, it's a matter of what you actually apply. So my question is, and I want you to indicate by raising your hand, how many of you actually write out your goals, cut out pictures, and that's a part of it. Put a timeline on it and put a cost to it. How many actually do all of that?
How much children cost? That's the one I do know.
Well, what if it's
Stop scaling like trees.
every year is supposed to be?
It's actually the smaller ones. You're reading.
Chill out. Every year is supposed to be, right? Or every
Well,
month.
if you achieve a goal, then you forget about that and set a new one. It's supposed to be a case where we're actually going after our goals. And if you're not doing that, let me help you guys. If you're not working for anything, if you aim at nothing, you hit it every single time. You'll be 100% accurate at hitting nothing if you aim at nothing. So what are your goals? These are things you want to get into the heart of why things work and what you need to do. Have you written down the cost, the timeline, what your goal is? How many persons have done every single thing there? All of that.
I did it once.
Most persons have not done all of that. And you guys, that's something that you guys are going to need to take as homework when you leave here tonight. And actually get that done. I don't know if this is green or it's just super hot.
The AC is on, but it's not blowing.
So that's the first thing I want you guys to do, leaving over here tonight. You see, what we want to get into is the mindset of what Worldwide Dream Builders is all about. I believe for the past 2 years we've been really lax in what Worldwide Dream Builders standards are supposed to be. And it has to be a culture shift. It has to be a change in the culture that's going to get us to the level where we are professionals and really want to move forward. I have three follow-up questions that I want you guys to consider. Question one. Are you a part of the core run that's going on right now?
Yes.
Raise your hands to indicate who's actively a part of the core run that's going on. So that's most persons are a part of the core run. And that means that you'll be tracking for when Brad Duncan comes to Jamaica. Who understands how big that is to have your crown ambassador come to Jamaica to do a training and a board plan? Not yet. Soon. A crown, your upline crown. I think he's gonna go to crown ambassador. Brad he just doesn't try to do things, he just allows him to happen naturally. That's why he's not already a crown ambassador. Right? Imagine how big that is to have a Brad Duncan be here with you. How many of you are actively plugged into that core run? Most persons again. Next question. In starting the core run, what were you looking to accomplish? So just tell me, raise hands, because if everyone just shows, it's not going to make sense. So, Rox, what do you? The right habits. Consistency.
Self-development.
Growth.
Right habits. It's everything. Consistency and growth and self-development.
Results. You realize work hard. All of these are the right answers. But you want to be specific when you're going into a forum. What do I mean by that? You want to know that, okay, I struggle with talking to people, I struggle with talking to message. So for this 90 days, I'm going to work on this particular habit. And if you identify your weaknesses and work on those habits over a 90-day period, there's no way that's going to continue to be a weakness after 90 days of doing it every day. You realize what I'm saying? You know what to do, but if you work on your weaknesses a little at a time, you're going to be great eventually. And Deanna said mindset, and that's a big deal again, to get the mindset around what it looks like to be a business owner. Are you with me, everybody? Yeah. So the mindset is the number one thing, but you want to get to identify your weaknesses and fix it. The quickest way to get from point B to point C is a serious 90-day forum. So before entering on a forum, you need to identify, okay, am I just going on the forum because everybody else is going on the forum? How many actually before starting the forum you sat down and you said, alright, coming out of this in the next 90 days, this is where I want to be. Even if I'm not there, I know where I know what I'm aiming for. I may miss it, but that means that I just need another 90-day forum or another 90-day forum. You guys have to start being intentional about what you do. Right? My next question to you. Do you really believe in what you do?
Yes.
How many really believe in what you're doing? How many have dropped the message 10 times a week so far? 10 times. 10 times over the last 2 weeks. Right? Because if you're not there yet, then there's something wrong. Right? Because look, I may have a different belief of what, or my idea of what belief means to different people, but this is my belief. If you believe in something that you're doing, your belief system is going to mold your habits. What your actions are going to spring from what you believe. How many persons agree with me on that? That what you believe is going to dictate what you actually do. So if you say you believe, if you say you really believe, then if that's the right. And actions are not there, do you really believe?
No.
No. So a lot of us are gonna have to work on this. We're trying to identify what we need to work on as a team. A lot of us are gonna have to work on this. Because what you believe should dictate your actions. And if you're not doing the things that you ought to be doing, then you just don't believe what you're doing. And you should just either get into mentorship. Let me tell you what's gonna happen eventually. And this is what from my experience. Tell me if I'm wrong. Most persons that don't believe quit.
True, yeah.
Why do they quit?
First of all, they never really see themselves in a position where, quote unquote, as I say, we have a platinum or we have a diamond. They never really see themselves in a position.
So they have no vision of it.
Yeah.
I think
Belief definition. Belief is like your roots. So if you really believe you're rooted and grounded. So when the challenges of the business come, if you really don't believe deep in your heart, even though you make up a lot of noise and you're gonna go do this deep in your heart, you don't believe. When the challenges come, it's easy to just take the road and say, hey, I want to hear.
That's it. That's it.
Belief, definition of belief: trust, faith, or confidence in someone or something. Freedom from doubt.
Freedom from doubt. So even though as Kenny says the road gets rocky, you stick it out. As you know why you're doing it, you don't doubt the results. Am I making sense to you guys?
Yeah.
You don't doubt the results because you know what's coming, and therefore you continue to act. Your actions are impelled by your faith. And you know, that's the only true way. Because let me tell you something. And hypocrisy is going against what you believe. If you don't believe something and you're just doing it, then what sense does it make? You're one of the biggest hypocrites. So you can't just want to do because you're not going to continue to do it. You're going to do it to a point, then it's going to become burdensome, and then you're going to stop. Yes,
Something that Zimran said, everyone does something because they know first of all it can benefit them, right? But one look at it is the fact that how can someone say they want to start their own business and be mentored and they see results from other person's lives and see how it has changed them. Probably not the money immediately, because as a child I always say money is the last thing I will come. But you probably see a man dressed different, they talk different, them not show over again, them not stand up straight. This is some form of actual difference. So if you see that small difference, so when you really compound it, you can say over a period of time, accumulating, you're going to see a bigger result. Just weed it out. And the idea, nothing knows and deals immediately.
It's a 5-year plan. How many have been in this business for longer than 5 years? Such a question. That's such a question. So if it's a 5-year plan, why are you frustrated?
Beautiful
Yeah.
When you look at the 5-year plan as well, anything that you have ever accomplished in your life worthwhile, it took a long time to achieve. For me, I went to St. Diego. I had to go 5 years from first farm to fifth farm to do a couple of CXCs to get those. So the CXC, I go 5 years to get the CXC. Went to college. Went to the 5, 6 years.
Minimally 5 years.
Minimally, and you know what I always tell Sam is that when you went to that 5 years at university, what you got was the potential to earn. You got the potential to earn. And when you look at this business, you're earning, you understand, while going through those 5 years. So anything that is ever worthwhile that you achieve in life took time. So you have to be patient. Yes.
That's it. So when we get we're just been in for the longest persons have been in 2 years in this business, and that's those that started out from day one. And everybody else is less than 2 years. Some people less than a year, and you're already frustrated and looking to quit. You see, the thing is, we don't understand what it means to be an entrepreneur. It's never worked. You know, a book that I want to do for a core run is the book called Simply Rich. Simply Rich by Rich DeVos. That's a phenomenal book. Hey, we went to the Amway headquarters and you saw these guys, it took them 20 years to build Amway. They started about 10 companies that failed before they got to Amway. and you guys get something that's state of the art, that's one of the best opportunities in the world, and you get frustrated after a year. It took them 20 years to start this. You see what we're talking about? We don't get it. And when you look at their financial, their figures per year.
Right. So I was good.
And the first year they made 200 and something thousand. The second year they made 500,000. The third year they made 3 million or 2 point something million. And the fourth year they made 21 million, and that don't make no sense.
Compound effect that now.
That don't make no sense. 250, 500, 3 million, 21 million. That don't make no sense. And that's the fourth year. But at this time, this was not their fourth year, this was their 24th year. How many have been in 24 months? Just a few. Just a few. Some people are not in 24 years. Just a few. Right? So when we get frustrated over little things, we need to understand where we are in the grand scheme of things. We're really nowhere. You're gonna build a company. It's gonna be you're gonna struggle. We're not gonna tell you that you're not gonna struggle. How many persons have not struggled since I've started with your company?
And those that see what
I was saying, even if you came into this no mindset and entrepreneur, if you are being tapped into the system already, you should acquire that knowledge. And still know. Because when I started, I never know.
Like most of us.
But we just grow and even if any tracks are swimming, you have to go training for months before you go run a stadium. You still may never get the medal and you go out the next year.
And you see, Durant said you have the potential. It takes you 20 years for you to be trusted in doing a job, a particular job, a specialist job. An engineer is going to take you 20 years to become an engineer. And so it goes. 15 from primary or kindergarten to the end of a university when you have a degree. And actually with a first degree you're not considered an engineer. How many people know that? Not until you have a master's degree are you really fully considered an engineer or a PE, where you get the professional engineering license. So not until a master's degree makes you an engineer. Before that you're not, they don't consider you. The engineering course don't consider you an engineer. When I read that I was like, young man. So that I accept what it was. I'm an entrepreneur.
That's what I said these days as well.
Right? So what we're looking at tonight, we want to talk about culture more than anything else.
No, three again.
Oh,
The
that,
three of them.
look at them already now.
Are you a part of the forum? 2. What are you looking to accomplish during the forum? And 3. Do you really believe in what you are doing?
So let's look at some definition of culture. Daniel has a definition here.
The way of life, the way in which a subset of a community basically live their life on average, rather speaking, the way they act, the way they dress, and even the food they eat. Just them total behavior towards each other, or each one of them match up.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah, normally when we define culture, we define it based on a society. But each society is made up of families, and within each family is a culture.
That's good point.
Defined by a part of the people, a part of the community, living the same.
We can visualize that. Because in a culture there are a lot of similarities. Because everyone pretty much does things in a similar, not exactly the same, but there are some unspoken guidelines, like unspoken rules.
Culture is essentially people and some person, what they can talk, based on their experience and their environment.
Yeah. Based on their experience and their environment. So you learn your culture from your experiences and your environment. The parents, people you live around, whatever.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
The beliefs, custom, arts of a particular society, group, or place. And there's another definition that says the art and other manifestations of human intellectual achievements regarded collectively.
So a culture is not with an individual, but it's always with a unit. So my question to you as we jump into this, what is our culture?
Or as in worldwide viewers.
As in worldwide youth leaders, specifically group masterminds. Tell me.
Core. Could be one. Core.
So core has become is core a part of our culture?
Yeah.
How many of you are fully poor?
10 or 80.
Everything. Fully poor, except let's take out premium membership, cave, and digital delivery for now, and just look at everything else. How many are fully poor with everything else that's left?
The last time I listened to that scene,
So explain.
last time I listened to that scene, if you're fully poor, you're supposed to launch 2%.
Yeah,
So if you're not launching 2%, you're not fully poor.
that's a big indicator.
I listened to that scene, and I realized that.
So my question to you guys is this: how many of us are fully poor? Question one. Yeah. And the next question is, can we say that poor is a culture? No, it's not. Because if most of the people not poor, it can't be a culture.
It's an idea,
It's not a culture. We want to be poor, but we're not. That's the fact of the matter. Everybody get that?
yeah.
What else could be a culture for us?
Added value.
Adding value.
I would say core is a no-nonsense coach. Forces it to win.
Add value. Is this a part of our culture? Is this a part of what we do is discuss?
Yes.
How many persons have added value for the last 3 days consecutively? That's 50%.
Well, give them an idea what that is.
Adding value would be, say, an old lady is crossing the road and you help her. Somebody has some heavy bag, like a female and you're a male, and you help, or you're a female and another female, you say, let me carry one of the bags.
Open the door for someone.
Open the door for somebody. A blind man, you help a blind man. Being polite, giving somebody a compliment, helping somebody, putting yourself out of the way to make somebody's life better. How many of us have done that consistently over the last 3, 4, 5 years? More hands go up this time, but that's still not 8%. So it's still not yet a culture. You realize that we don't have a useful culture? Who realize that? These are things that we're going to have to check. What else should be a part of our culture? That we need more. Professionalism. And this will include dress, speech, conduct.
Deportment, conduct, and so on.
These are like people all day. Just, yeah. How many persons are professional in their jobs all the time? Especially when you're out doing business. How many are professional in the words that you use daily? And if someone were to hear you and see your part of this organization, they would say that is a good organization because I listen to her words or his words. Because you realize that, what you don't realize that when you're out there and you say nonsense, what's going to happen is that people are going to come here and they're going to see you and say, you know, don't do this, because that's the man they're here, or that's the man they're here. You realize that? So so you all have a responsibility to everybody else that's here. To always be professional. Always be the best that you can be. Because what's going to happen is that I'm going to, for example, take a candidate here that saw you behaving badly. And when they come, they're going to say, if he's a part of this, I want nothing to do with it. Because such was the mark that you left on that person.
And it works the other way as well, because when you take somebody and they see certain persons a part of it, they want to be a part of it as well.
Especially when you add value.
Exactly. So they work both ways.
Everybody follow that? Conduct, that's your behavior, your interaction with people. That includes a whole bunch of stuff that I'm not going to get into. Is your conduct up to scratch or up to par with what we're trying to build? Because we don't have any rules, we don't have any law. We just have expectations of business partners. Everybody get that? We have expectations of business partners. And if you're serious about this partnership that we're in, then there are things that we expect. And there are things that we expect that you expect of us as well.
No, that's what I said with the whole culture definition. There are some like unwritten norms or such forth. And with you basically carrying forth someone through a process, and you yourself sit down and say to them, say, hey, we go through the process. Which most of us never really do, but
a process,
yes,
not the
yeah,
same process.
not the same process. But in terms of that, you go into a process, you should really look back whatsoever. So for instance, the way you behave, I should basically act that same way without even saying it directly. Say, oh, you know, say Sheldon need to, yeah, just come and adapt. Because at the end of the day, what is a duplication business you're in, and also the fact that you want to seem like and even look and have like a serious individual, as you say, an entrepreneur.
And Daniel made a great point about it. I think you guys missed it. When we come here and we have a board plan or a training, and you bring a new person in, they should not be confused as to what is expected. They should come and they see this is the dress. And they say, alright, they never prepared because nobody never really tell me. The next time they come, boom, them get it. Who understand what I'm saying? Them not the if and but with their dress. Them come and they realize, alright, them people in the curse bad words, them not loud, them not boisterous, them not aggressive. them know that that's not what's expected here. You understand? So the culture sets the standard for everyone, and we want to get to the standard that worldwide dream builders. I don't know how many of you have been to a worldwide dream builder function overseas and see what that is like. Want to get to that standard. Want to get to that level. In for a board plan that Dean and Marcy does, everyone is in suit and tie. Every single person. Candidate, all if you don't know. No exception. That's what we want to get to. It's going to take a time. We're in a different culture. Because most people in Jamaica, people in a suit and tie are big executives or entrepreneurs more than 80% of the time you see someone in a suit and tie like this, they're either some big executive or they're an entrepreneur.
But you just said something that's very, very powerful. You just said something very powerful. If the average Jamaican don't have a suit and tie and it's only those who are successful, it means that if you want to be successful, you get one suit and tie.
That makes sense.
Because when you get a job, do you not get pants and shirt?
Yeah.
You know, funny enough, when I was in high school and I was tried out for the football team, the coach would come one day, I always come and train and want sneakers. The coach said to me, say, "This is your way to want to play football and you can wear that thing. But you know what? If you don't come with them boots, you not get no play. Guess what? Save up money within a week, get the shoes." What I simply say is, if you really want to be the par in terms of all of us, things that you know about me immediately, but make preparation for it and work towards it.
That's it. You realize we said that the two people 80% of the time are what? Executives and what are we? So my question is, we know the expectations of entrepreneurs. Why are we falling short? That means that we have not made that mental shift to become entrepreneurs, to become all in.
Another thing in terms of what you're saying, when Kenny knows, when he has, like, we do meet and do like every day, so Kenny wears suit to work, like every day, right? So I know they're looking at him, but at the end of the day, he's an entrepreneur, and whatever person look at him, they should know that this person can add value to my life. And so it's just a matter of where your priority lies.
I like Kenny, I think it's yesterday, we went to have a nice lunch meeting, and I saw Kenny marching out of the people in place with his suit and with his jacket that flew against the wind. I might see it. Yes, it's a virgin. Get a free and fire. Right, but that's what it takes. If we're gonna make that step, let's just go all in. All chips in. If you're gonna build this thing, go all chips in. Don't hold back. Don't tiptoe the line. Don't try, because yeah, people, I think they're trying this for the last 2 years. Stop trying. You do.
Culture protects the longevity of a society. Like, you wouldn't go to China and say, you know,
Walk in the house.
like, would have a jump off a cliff. You die.
Yeah,
So
you can think about that.
you either leave or don't go there. Just like Dubai. A lot of persons visit where they would go to live because it's an Islamic country. So you know they protect their own. So you know that goes to the longevity. So if we want to have this business, say 20 more years, we have to have the right culture, because over time, some all and some everything by longevity goes off course. And if we want to keep this thing clean, if we want to keep it alive, we have to have the right culture.
So you're only the right person.
So the wrong people are repelled.
Yes.
Yes.
One cannot take them.
And that's right. So they say if we wouldn't necessarily live in an Islamic country because we're held by their
Yes,
culture,
I'm repelled by it.
but we visit.
Yes.
So they come and check it out and they say, this is my thing.
Another culture of self-harm.
please.
Oh, in terms of the suit thing, just throwing it out. If it is that you so desire a suit, you can talk to us, myself or Kenil, and we'll see where your pocket is and how we can help you. Alright? So you can come to us.
So that's a good advice. And those persons who are working like Junior and Steph or Oral and Mel, or even myself and my wife, then let's sit down and discuss it. Let's always check up plan.
Yeah, go to Sheldon.
Yes.
That's great.
Yes, but does that make sense?
Yeah.
And we figure it out from there, and then we direct your card. That's what mentorship is. Right? Somebody had something else.
The culture, selflessness.
Selflessness. That's supposed to be, as a worldwide Jewish a part of it, but most persons are so interested in what they have. Because when you take someone through the process, what are you thinking? This person gonna make me millions, or I'm gonna help this person make millions. Which is it?
You know, shamefully, it's mixed. Yeah. It's mixed. Yeah.
It's mixed. But the thing what I really understand is that if you help first to make millions, you're automatically gonna make millions. So if you can take your eyes off yourself, then you're gonna be okay.
We think how can we help this person? For one reason. Over time, we fight ourselves to not get excited when a new person launch. I have no emotion. Like, it's whatever. Like, alright, let's see what you have.
Yes.
See yourself. Because when you get excited, you're trying to say, alright, this is going to happen, and you're thinking about where you're going.
Yeah. So true.
So
You have to get rid of that emotion.
That
Like,
saves you.
get it out there, man.
That saves you.
Yeah.
But if
I
you're
have
looking,
no feeling like, alright.
but that if you're looking to help the first, that will save you from worrying about how much you're gonna make. And you won't get excited because you don't know what the person can do. You're just trying to help them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think over time you're just gonna be a server. You're just not gonna want to serve and be selfless. So when you see someone becoming selfless, you know that person is growing.
It's good and they're gonna win. Because most persons, they just protect their own interests. When there's a work plan going on, something that they could help with, maybe set up the TV, carry, and if you look, it's the same people do it all the time. And if you think about it, it's only the people that are actually doing it. Think about it. The biggest leaders are the ones that set up everything and run everything.
As regards to the mentioning culture and selflessness and all that, but I think we grew up in a culture where persons are just out of themselves. And